Yeah, got me a mixture of fluffy snow on top with frozen snow on the ice. And then because it rained last week, the ice is not smooth right now. It's really crumbly. Some big cracks opened up. So I'm trying to get some soft snow packed down into the cracks and then water it. Learned that from a Canadian guy on YouTube last year, keeping his kid's ice rink done. Because if I water the rink, all the water will just go right down the crack into the lake. So you got to get like a little seal. And then I'm deciding whether I'm just going to come down and try to give it a little backwoods Zamboni or flood the whole thing. Rinks are a lot of work, just like winter backpacking. In this situation, I just kind of go down first and I just start shoveling sort of a grid system, just go across willy-nilly, and then I just have these little piles. So later when I get out the big shovel, I won't have a ton of snow to move and then lift. That seems to work best. Plus I do like a little shoveling. It's a good little workout. Feels good to be down here. There's just nothing like it at 9:30 in the morning. Woo, buddy! Well, my coyote is down here this morning. Perhaps I will approach him. Oh, coyote! Coyote! Come on! And these are some of the big cracks I'm trying to fill. And what happens is your skate blade goes in there, and then that's not good on the old knees. So what you start doing is packing it in with snow like that, and I gotta really come down and pack it, and then wet it all with really ultra warm, almost hot water. Let that freeze up. Here's what I'm down to. The ice has a real crust on it. It's not totally glassy. And then a big white crack right there. I have several of these running through the ice that I'm gonna come down and water them. I gotta work on this area right here. But it's getting there. Now I got my sprayer full of hot water. Now what I do is I go along these cracks I've packed and I spray this hot water on there. Just a thin coat. And you know, have some little holes like that I'll have to come back and patch. And that's the technique to get these frozen over a bit. And then I'll flood the whole rink. So yeah, again, the theory is fill these cracks with some snow, freeze it over. Then when I flood this whole thing, the water should not run down through and into the lake. There is my patch city. Kind of looks like when you put blacktop on your driveway and fix the cracks, but I've gone over all of them here. Every one I could see. These are some of the bigger ones. And I've cleaned off as much snow as I can get or really want to. Then I'm going to bring down my little pump. I'm going to get the ice auger out, drill a hole in the lake right over here, drop my little flow pipe out, crank that little pump up, bring all my hose down, and flood this as smoothly as I can. At this point, anything will do. I am not a good ice skater. I have been learning to ice skate better the last 2 years. This year, I'm better than last year. I'm certainly not great, but I kind of got my backwards going now. But I'm still far from good. But it's fun. It's just fun to come down here and glide on the ice, and it's right in front of the house. All right, got my pump, got my water to prime the pump. Got my 50 feet of hose. Get my pump over here. Put this down into the lake. Now, time to prime it. And by that I mean, I bring some water down and I gotta fill this up. That top back on this chintzy. And get this thing fired up. Yeah, we'll go around and seal the edges first. So then after I do all that, then I'll start filling from one corner all the way back. All right, I'm getting there. It looks like a pretty good coat. Now I gotta let that dry overnight. Yank this out before it freezes up. Drag my hose up and get the water out of it before it freezes up. Get me up there before I freeze up, woo buddy. Then probably give it a little Zamboni tomorrow. That's kind of your homemade Zamboni. It's just some PVC and it has holes kind of going down it like that. Nothing too high tech. In fact, it's very, very low tech. And I saw the guys tying a towel on it, and you hook your hose on it, and then you just drag that over the rink, and then do an area, and you got to kind of keep moving it or it'll get frozen and stuck, and then just keep dragging. Puts a smooth coating on the ice. So I might do that tomorrow. We'll see. Give it tonight to see how it really sets up. And then I usually have to go down there and kind of chunk off some little chips, you know, where I'm dragging the hose. There'll be some little ice, just a little ice bump, and I go around and just knock those off, and then it's good skating. And then Meg won't fall and hurt her kneecap again. She dresses up like a hockey goalie. But at this age, we're both 63. We'll wear our helmets because we've had some friends with some pretty bad head injuries, and you know. Ice feels pretty good this morning. It looks crumbly, but it's very smooth right on top. It's a very exact science working on an ice rink. But it's about 7:30 in the morning. It is about 14 degrees with a wind. Here's my big crack right here. I need to get a little bit more water on top of that. Right here, I've got a little bump in the ice. Just sticks up enough to maybe knock Meg over, and I don't want that. Take this shovel and just scrape them off. A clown cannot resist. Right. Feels pretty good. The cracks are locked up. I don't even think I need to Zamboni it. I know you're wanting to see that, but I'll film it whenever I do, but I'm sure I really need to. Maybe tomorrow. But it's going to be too windy today. Woo, buddy! I ain't no Brian Boitano, but this is something that I know. But I will come down to the lake every day. I will skate and I will go, go, go. Beanie Winnie. Hey, you gonna pee in my hammock spot? You look so nice in your skull sweater, Bean. Can you smile for the camera? Come here, Bean Bum. Hi there. Hello. Hello. Mr. Camera Shy. Come Go, Bean! Go, man! Woo, buddy!